How's it going, everyone? Jimmy here with Jordan for this week's fishing report. As you guys know, today's the 16th. Rockfish just opened back up. So I'll kind of talk quickly about that. We don't have a whole lot of reports coming in quite yet, but I pulled out some things I would go, if you're going to the bridge, you're just going to throw some jigs, like 1/2 ounce to a 1 ounce, little 5-6 inch plastic. These are kind of going to be the ticket for that. And then we do have live spot and eels. Live spot would probably be a really good bet too if you're fishing around the bridge. Catfish in the middle bay, still a little slow. Haven't seen anyone doing anything hot and heavy. They're catching them here and there, but not really piled up like they were last year. That's pretty much it for this middle bay. I know Jordan's going to talk a little bit about the upper bay and some of the freshwater stuff going on.
Yep, so I'm going to talk about, like Jimmy said, the upper bay and some of the local rivers and ponds. So this time of year, with the grass finally coming up, if you're fishing rivers, go with a finesse jig. Put a crawl trailer on there, such as a Turbo Cross by Z-Man. And then also, if you're fishing grass, throw a swim jig. Even if it's matted on the surface, just keep it up above that mat.
What's up?
So if you're fishing matted grass, even the mat's all the way up to the surface, throw a swim jig. You can put a crawl trailer on there, or you can put a paddle tail on there if you're not fishing too heavy of grass. And then right now, it's a time of year for jackhammers and chatterbaits, so we got plenty of options. We got Evos, original jackhammers, big blades, mini maxes. We got a little bit of everything that Z-Man makes. What I've been doing is I've been fishing rivers. I've just been throwing a Kitech on the back of them, and I mean I've had some 65 fish days out there, so it's been really, really fun. Then another thing this time of year is staple spinnerbait, especially if it's windy. You got a little bit of chop on the water. Good to keep pressure on that, and always catches fish, so it's always a go-to for me.
Yeah, and we were just talking, we're kind of seeing the bass start to move up shallow. They're not quite on beds and doing the spawning thing yet, but they're working their way there. Yep. Snakeheads seem to kind of be doing the same thing too. They're slowly kind of getting towards that spawning period, so they might be a little bit tough to catch right now. So yeah, that kind of wraps up the middle and upper bay. Down south in the bay, we got a little bit more action going on. I'll start off, there's a lot of bull redfish down there. Guys are throwing big old 7-inch plastics. Just a reminder too, we have the exclusive bubblegum 7-inch. These were made just for us, so I do have a ton of these. And a good pairing for those would be these GI HDs. Anywhere from 3/4 to 2, I would carry a range just depending on the kind of structure and the depth you're fishing. Some of them are pushing up real shallow, and then sometimes you'll be fishing 20 to 30 feet and might need the 1.5 or the 2 to get down. Another really good option would be the NLBNs. They do a 8-inch straight and a paddle tail, and same thing, just pairing it up with their 1, 1.5, 2, anywhere kind of in that range for the jig head. That's what we're doing for the bull reds. We were down there and we also saw some cobia up on top. Not a whole lot, and there weren't a whole lot of opportunities at them, but if you do see them, something like the Spro Power bucktails with the little rubber legs on there, or a big old 1.5, 2 ounce bucktail, you can kind of jig in front of them. And then a lot of people have been using the Yozduri twitch baits for them too. That's a slow sink bait, so it'll kind of hang out right in front of their face, and you can give it some twitches to just kind of look like a little dying bait fish. Down there we also saw some bluefish, so if you can, I would just keep some metals on the boat just in case you run into them. They are always fun, especially if it's a slow day. They kind of always give you some easy action. And then last but not least, down in the bay, and I have heard a little bit in Ocean City too, some of the tog, and people are doing some tog and some flounder on the bottom. We got the tog jigs if you guys want to fish the rock piles, and then we have plenty of Spro and mustad bucktails if you guys are bottom bouncing gulp and stuff like that for the flounder. So yeah, kind of a little bit of everything moving in. They got some speckled trout down south too on the islands. So it's a really good time to go fishing, kind of chance at a lot of fish in your freshwater or some nice big fish in your like inshore areas. Yeah, it's been pretty good. If you got any questions, just come on in.